Capricorn, hi. How you doing? I hope everything is going good for you in your world, and if not, maybe this reading can possibly give you some clarity and show you some ways that you can move forward and navigate any challenges that you may be going through. This reading is going to be for the Capricorn Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or anywhere that you may have Capricorn strongly placed in your chart. For example, you may have a Capricorn North Node. You may have, a certain house that you're working on that is ruled by Capricorn. It could be anything. Capricorn energy is very profound, very sturdy and stable. It's the foundation of our lives. So it could benefit anybody from watching this reading as well as the cross watchers. Possibly you are dealing with a Capricorn. So let's go ahead and see what the Capricorn Collective will be dealing with this beginning week of February. Please show me. We're going to look at the present energies that you're dealing with, Capricorn, and then we're going to see how you are showing up in that energy. We're also going to see how the universe is wanting you to show up, and we're going to kind of compare to see if the way you're showing up and the way the universe is wanting you to show up, if those two are complementing each other or not. And then the overall, at the end of the reading, we're going to see, why you are experiencing these particular energies at this time. Like, what is the lesson that the universe is trying to teach you by guiding you through this particular energy? So we'll do one more shuffle. Thank you. Excuse me. So at the bottom of the deck, we have Temperance, and I actually really like the description, the image of Temperance here in this deck. This is the Dungeon and Dragons deck. This is actually how Temperance really is. You can see like there's all these demons here in the background, and this guy is just staying centered and grounded and completely tempered with his energy, like focused on his own frequencies, not being bothered by these other energies that are outside of him. So, yeah, this could be something that you're dealing with, certainly something that you're dealing with the beginning of February. But let's go ahead and dive in. Yeah, okay, so the energy that you're dealing with is the Nine of Swords. The way you're showing up in that is the King of Cups. Nice. The way the universe is wanting you to show up with this is the Eight of Swords, and the lesson is the Queen of Cups. Whew. Wow, this is some pretty profound energy here, Capricorn. Who in the world did I tap into? Okay, so yeah, I definitely see a need for temperance here with this Nine of Swords. The Nine of Swords can be anything from self-sabotage to outside sabotage. It's like literally comes in as a key word is cruelty. We're either being cruel to ourselves or possibly, having some kind of outside force, outside people, are treating us cruelly. And if you are going through that, I'm very sorry to hear that. The way that you're showing up is the King of Cups. So, and if you can see, this particular King of Cups here, he's got his hand out. He's got one hand out and the other hand is protecting his heart. So that's how I see you showing up. Another card here, the universe is wanting you to show up with the Eight of Swords. As you can see, this is quite different than the traditional, where, the person is bound. This person is actually holding their ground, but they're just about to, we don't really know. Are they going to go over that ledge, or are they going to be able to withstand that force that's coming at them? So we'll see. We'll go ahead and clarify these. And then we have the lesson as well as the Queen of Cups. So right away, like we have some possibly divine counterparts on the table here. I'm not sure like what else we could be dealing with other than a significant other. So I'm not really seeing any pentacles. I'm not seeing a lot of love either other than the Queen of Cups. So that could possibly be finding like some kind of divine union within yourself and being able to, even after you've navigated these challenges here, being able to still have a grounded, open heart as well. Being able to navigate your way through this without closing your heart. 'Cause that's what happens to a lot of people is when they face these challenges like this, it causes like them to build like an armor around their heart and they close their heart off and they shut down, which actually creates a lot more problems than it ever solves. But let's go ahead and dive in. I'm interested to see what is this Nine of Swords about? Why is Capricorn dealing with the energy of the Nine of Swords right here in the beginning of February and through the month of February? Please show me the Nine of Swords. Let me see that Nine of Swords, please. Please show me the Nine of Swords. Right here at the bottom of the deck, we have the Ace of Pentacles. So that is signifying that this does have to do with some type of financial opportunity, some type of financial opening that you're trying to bring in with this energy. This could be the source of the overactive mentality, um, concern with finances, concern with money, concern with foundation. We'll go ahead and see a little bit deeper though. So yeah, so with this Nine of Swords, we have the Eight of Swords, Judgment, and the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so I'm seeing stagnation here. I'm seeing that somebody is feeling very trapped with that Eight of Swords energy. As you can see this one, I use multiple decks, so I get several different types of impressions off of the decks and off of the cards. So this lady is more trapped, than the gentleman that we saw in the other card. You can see that the swords actually surround her and she's blindfolded. And a key thing about the Eight of Swords is that you feel like you don't have any options, but the truth is you do. You have eight of them. You have eight options in front of you, but you don't know which one to choose, which way to go, which one's going to be the right option. I do feel like you are going to pick the right option, though, or you're going to pick some option here with the Judgment card showing up. It's actually the only major arcana besides that Temperance in the beginning that we have on the table now. And there's something to do with, putting in the effort and waiting to see the fruits of your labor. Like you're willing to go ahead and go along with this, even though you may not see the way forward right away. You're willing to put in the effort, though. But it is causing you a lot of mental fog, a lot of mental anguish, a lot of not knowing which way to go, which path to go forward. Let's go ahead and see this King of Cups is how you're showing up in this energy. This could also be that Seven of Pentacles could be that you've already been working on this for quite some time, and what's causing you the Nine of Swords, the mental anguish, is that it doesn't seem to be going anywhere. And it may be time to go ahead and tear that down and start on something fresh. That wasn't my original impression of this, so I really feel like you're willing to put in the work, whatever it takes to mend this, fix this, temper this. These are definitely some really tough energies, though, and you're showing up as the King of Cups, and I just got to commend you that that's a beautiful energy to be tackling this with. Well, let's go ahead and dive a little bit deeper into that Ten of Cups, or sorry, King of Cups. Please show me, Spirit. Show me the King of Cups. Please show me the King of Cups. I do really like that King of Cups, the imagery on that card, like how he has his hand out, and one hand on his heart and one hand out. It's like saying, no, no more. Like this is not gonna happen. I'm not putting up with this anymore. Please show me the King of Cups in spirit. Thank you. And so we have the Two of Cups at the bottom of the deck. It's kind of dark, this imagery on the card, but it's a beautiful card as well. So it very well could be that we're dealing with a relationship here. I do see that you are each other's equals, though, with the King and the Queen of Cups, but something is causing you a lot of mental distress and feeling trapped, feeling like you want to flee, like you want to just leave this behind sometimes, but I also see that you're willing to put in the work for it as well, whatever it takes. So I do see that there's a lot of love here for sure. Show me this King of Cups. It's going to be clarified with the Eight of Pentacles. Again, putting in that work. The Six of Pentacles, shared equal balances. That's what any relationship could be, it would strive for. And then we have Justice. So you may feel like something has not been fair here in the past. Something has definitely not been fair here, and you're kind of putting your foot down, with that King of Cups, he's putting his foot down, his hand out, is like, we're gonna do this fair. This has to be balanced. It has to be equal. There can't be just one person doing all the work. It takes two, to really make a team. There's no I in team, right? So I do see that you really want to stop something from being unfair. So let's see, what is the universe is wanting you to show up as this Eight of Cups energy, which is usually, you know what, I misread this earlier. I said that I talked about it being the equal to the Eight of Swords, but it's actually not. It's equal to the Eight of Cups, which is, walking away. But in the same way, like it's very different from the traditional imagery of the Eight of Cups in the regular Rider-Waite tarot, where you'll see like the guy is like walking away from Eight Cups that he's put all of his heart and soul in, but it's just not going anywhere. And he's finally given up and he's walking away to go find that Ninth Cup, to go find his actual emotional happiness. As you can see, though, in this card here, it's almost the opposite. It's like this guy is refusing to go. Like he's like taking all of this blast here and he's still hanging off. He's got one leg off the ledge, but he's still holding pretty firm. But it's almost like, is somebody trying to make you leave the relationship, but you're refusing to go? You want to work it out? That's what I'm picking up here. Could very well be. Or, because of the where this card is actually showing up, this is how the universe is saying to you, this is your advice on how to show up with this, is saying, you need to stand your ground. Like, don't let them push you off that ledge. Don't let them push you away. Stay there and fight for this. Let's see if there's anything worth fighting for, though. Um, please clarify this Eight of Cups, Spirit. Show me the Eight of Cups. Why is the Eight of Cups showing up? I don't know if you can hear my dog snoring in the background, but she is. She's kind of behind me snoring. It's not me. I'm not making those noises, but I don't know if they're coming up on the video or not, but she's quite loud. Show me the Eight of Cups. Why is the Eight of Cups significant here for Capricorn? Thank you. So we have the Nine of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck, which is an energy of independence, freedom, financial freedom, independence, single and happy, she tends to be. You guys can see that. She tends to be single and happy. She's cultivated her own independence by, doing the work for herself. And she's a stand-up person. She can stand on her own. She doesn't need, it's like the anti-codependency card. Okay, so that's how spirit is wanting you to show up, but also they're wanting you to fight for this because we also have the Nine of Cups, which is in this particular deck is kind of very indicative of overindulgence. So there could be somebody that has like some kind of toxic behavior, some kind of indulging behavior, whether that be with like sexual activity, possibly drinking. Um, it's a big nod to possible, alcoholic, if you can see what's happening here in this card. This is actually from the last Unicorn Tarot, and if you've ever never watched that movie, I don't want to spoil it for you. But that's the scene where, when the wine drinks itself, the skull speaks. It's a really, really good movie. It's from my childhood, and I'll watch it today, and still enjoy it just as much as I did as when I was a kid. But it's a beautiful, beautiful movie, and it's so much so that when I found out that they made tarot cards, I got myself the deck. So we have the Nine of Cups there. We also have the Two of Wands, making a decision. Um, and then we have the Seven of Swords. So yeah, so I really don't feel like this is you, Capricorn or cross watcher for Capricorn. I don't feel like this is you. I feel like this is the person that you're dealing with, the person that you're wanting to fight for. They probably have some kind of toxic behavior that has caused you a lot of pain, a lot of mental anguish. But I do see that there's hope here. I see that you're wanting to fight for this, and you're willing to put in the work to see it through. Let's go ahead and see what is the lesson or what is the outcome of this energy that Capricorn is dealing with right now with that Queen of Cups. So I really feel like, I'm picking up on a masculine here because of the King of Cups was showing up as you. The Queen of Cups is actually in the lesson or in the outcome. It could be reversed though. That could just, there's just energies. It could be a feminine who is, you know, having to, come from the masculine space, to deal with this or vice versa. Please show me the Queen of Cups, please. Show me Queen of Cups for Capricorn. Show me that Queen of Cups, please. Thank you. Okay, so as we start to clarify the Queen of Cups, we have the Queen of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So this could be somebody who has like um, a very sharp tongue, let's say. That could be you, that could be the person that you're dealing with. And, at the same time, the Queen of Cups or Queen of Swords, she can be quite cold too. So this could be somebody who you may feel that they are detaching from you, or you may feel like you need to detach from them is a real possibility as well. And clarifying the Queen of Cups, we have death, transformation. We have the Knight of Pentacles. And again, we have the Six of Pentacles. So I'm picking up that very strongly that this could be a marriage. This is definitely something where it seems to be money is involved here. I do see that there is a transformation that absolutely must take place. If the parties are not willing to voluntarily go through this transformation, then the universe will actually bring that transformation on regardless. So it's always best to kind of, know what you're dealing with and choose it voluntarily than to let the universe do it for you. Because if the universe's ways can be quite humbling, it can be quite unpleasant. Um, but I do see that there is some kind of plan that is developing here with that Knight of Pentacles. It's going to be kind of like a slow burn. It's going to happen over time, but there is an equal balance that can be shared here if both parties are willing to do the work. It has to be both. It can't just be you and it can't just be them doing the work. You both have to do this together, especially if you're dealing with some kind of toxic behavior, though. There's a lot that you won't be able to do for them, but you can't offer support. And as long as you're willing to offer that support, then um, I do see that there is a way forward. I'm not seeing a separation here. I am seeing a need to be careful with our words, for sure, with that Queen of Swords and the Seven of Swords. Making that decision. And two, like I'm picking up that as well. Like if this is like some kind of toxic behavior, some kind of addiction, the decision, is very, very important. The decision to get help is very, very important. Um, the first step to getting help is recognizing that there is an issue that needs to be resolved, right? We have to come out of denial before we can ever start to work on this. So if everything is being swept under the carpet with that Seven of Swords and we're refusing to look at it, we're just going to, use our brute might and just like we're just going to stay firm and keep things, unlocked the way this is. It's never going to work, because death, justice, these energies are all, requiring a transformation. They're requiring balance and fairness in this relationship. I do see that this is a close relationship. This is a good connection. Like when things are on, they're on, but when they're off, they're really, really off. So I do see that it's worth saving though. And you're definitely willing to put in the work. The question is the other person willing to put in the work too? Because it takes two. You can't do it all on your own. Although, you're Capricorn, you'll want to, but you really shouldn't have to. Just because you can carry something like that doesn't mean you should. It's not serving anybody, to be depleting yourself for somebody else. So let's get you some final advice, Capricorn, for this issue here that you're dealing with. Really profound reading, by the way. Oh, daggone it. Dropped them. Dropped some cards. Dropped a lot of cards. Let's see. Hmm. Yeah, we're just going to filter these back in. If they want to come back out, they will. I don't usually see that as like a sign or anything. The jumping cards. There has been a time where I read jumping cards, but I'd much rather have more focus on what is actually coming out and what is being displayed to me rather than, sometimes I just drop the cards, which I almost just did again. Whew. Let's see. Thank you, Spirit. Let's get some final advice for Capricorn, please. We have the Knight of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Hmm. The dreamy, romantic, moving forward towards your goals, your dreams. So I do see like with that card showing up, I feel like this person is like your fantasy come true, your dream come true, I think that's really, really beautiful. And I do feel like, you know, Queen and King and Queen of Cups, that's no small feat right there. There's a lot of love there. You guys can definitely do this, but it's just going to take a work. It's going to take a lot of work, and you both have to do it. So we have the High Priestess as your advice, the Four of Swords, and the Five of Wands. So this is telling me with the Knight of Cups at the bottom of the deck, this is telling me that you know what to do. Um, and what the cards are actually saying is like you have that inner knowing with the High Priestess, but you're kind of taking a time out right now. Like you need to the Four of Swords comes after the Three of Swords, which is heartbreak. So you've received some type of blow to your heart, some type of blow to your love. You need to heal that and so that you can think rationally and kind of tackle this problem from a more rational type space. So once you are done in this recovery mode, I see that with this Five of Wands here, you're really going to tackle this. You're really going to get to the bottom of it and go forward. Like you're going to have a lot of energy, but first you need to rest just a little bit. Okay. Just need to rest and just kind of store up your reserves before you go in for that fight because it's probably going to be a big fight. I don't know if this is some kind of like are you planning some kind of intervention or something with this person? Perhaps, like is there a need to go to rehab? And this person may be fighting you on that. But yeah, I see that you are definitely willing to put in the good fight though. You're willing to fight for this. The question is, are they? Because they have to fight for it too. Okay? They have to want it too. I know that you do. I see that you do, for sure. But they have to want it too for it to actually work. So good luck with that, Capricorn. This is a beautiful reading. I commend you on like so much love coming through. Like I'm really, really impressed with that. It's been a pleasure to read for you, and I hope that this reading has helped you in some type of way. I look forward to reading for you again. And until then, take care and have a good rest of your day. Bye bye.